This video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Dark Forest. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or the in-game mod hub, and there will be a link in the description below. This map is currently available for all platforms, and one of the authors who is attributed to this particular map is also the author of St. Croix's Flowage map, which is also a forestry map. Now, this particular map has the distinction, as you have seen probably in the thumbnail, of having over 28,000 trees. If you're into forestry, well, map is going to be for you. So we're not going to need field info or animal screen extended because, well, there just aren't any fields, nor are there any animals on this particular map. So we're going to go ahead and light up a few of these. Go ahead and jump on in. So we are loading this map up in new farmer mode. And here we are. You can see a few of our bits of our starting equipment right there in front of us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Zoom out, we can see basically this is what we've got. We've got a little river, a pond up here, then a little water bit down here. If we zoom in, we've got the shop, we've got fuel, we've got the sawmill, and we have an animal dealer. That is it. There are no sell points here on the map. We have all of the standard crops are possible planted on the map. Again, if you want to sell crops after you clear the land, well, you're going to have to place down your own sell points. No big deal. There are placeable sell points available on all platforms. Take a look at the prices screen. You can see the only thing here is the sawmill. For our starting equipment, we've got pretty small starting equipment. We're going to take a closer look at that here in a moment. All of it is owned. None of it is leased and has no operating hours on it. Obviously, there's no animal pens and there's no contracts because there are no fields available on the map. Take a look at that starting equipment. So we've got the Valtra in 174 tractor. Got the Stampo HR46X tree harvester. This is the smaller tree harvester. You may have problems with this and some of the bigger trees that are on the map. Got the Stempa FHL 13AK log trailer with crane, and then we've got the front loader arms and a log fork. That is our starting equipment. Take a look at the placeables. There are no custom placeables available on the map. And if we go back here and take a look at the lands area, you'll see that we start out by owning this huge chunk here in the lower east of the map. This whole big giant chunk is only $52,000 if you went to buy it. As far as the other chunks, the land is incredibly cheap here. So this chunk here is $14,800. Northeastern chunk is just $30,000. Central northern chunk is $31,500. Northwestern chunk is $25,000. Kind of the western central chunk, $32,000, and then the southwestern chunk is just $23,000. You can pretty easily buy all of this land if you started on farm manager mode and buy a fair bit of logging equipment with the $1.25 million starting money. Speaking of the alternate starting modes, if you start in any mode other than New Farmer, you do not start with any equipment and you do not start with any land. But based on the price of the land, there is going to be no problem you buying the entire map and then still having a ton of money left over for equipment. Shop, we've got our shop icon here. Got our ATM icon if you're into using the ATM icon. Around back, we have our customized repair and sell trigger. right here. And let's go ahead and get ready for a bit of a flyover. I don't think we're going to be doing much of a drive-through because, well, I don't think there's really any roads here. You're going to have to kind of ford your own way and basically cut through the forest in order to get anywhere. The fact that we start way up here, you're going to have to drive through the forest and probably, start clearing your way from the sawmill out. Kind of interesting. Sawmill is so far away from the shop. Go ahead and take off here. Right now we are looking west. Got the water feature, and then we've got the rest of the map. So one thing that has been done, obviously for performance reasons, is the view distance on these trees is fairly short. Now, I've got my view distance cranked as far as possible in the in-game settings, and still really can't see that far. Now, we've seen other maps that have been forestry maps that have been, this is just a standard size map. So, for example, the map that we reviewed a while back, Georgetown, New York, that was a 4X map, and the view distance on the trees was the entire map. So we could see trees as far as we could see of land. That's clearly not the case on this map. I suspect that it's been done solely for performance reasons. As you see, as we kind of go to the west, the trees kind of populate in. And then at some point we will get far enough to the west that the trees will start to fade out from behind us. I have our circle of influence. That's what we can see. But what we can see as a result of this is the lay of the land. In fact, if we go up here high enough, I'm going to see a fair bit of the land. You can see the raised areas and we can see the flat areas. So unlike some forestry maps, the map does have a lot of potential flat area for you to really carve out and make your own in this very, very densely planted forest. Really isn't anything here on the west side of the map other than the animal dealer way down there to the south. You can see from this with the trees out, there is an easy flat path to the fuel station, but there is no road. Like I said, you're going to need to be finding your own way through the forest to get down to the sawmill. If I were to play this map, that's what I would do, is I would basically try to navigate through the forest from the store here, past the fuel station, down here to the lower southeast corner of the map, which is where the sawmill is. So I'll pop in. Sawmill. Log trigger right here. Kind of a more advanced log trigger. And there's a little bit of a log trigger here in the flat. Obviously, the intent is that you unload the logs in these stanchion areas. Call them stanchions. Got your log trigger there. Then around the back, you've got your wood chips. And then we're going to have to traverse all the way across the southern edge of the map in order to get to the animal dealer. If you ever do animals on the map, there is a dealer you could go pick up your animals from. It is way over here. So again, you're going to have to really have cleared a road over here to make use of this, because there is no road already to find. Seems a little odd. You would have these facilities with no obvious road. I mean, I could even see a road that was kind of abandoned and a little bit overgrown, but still some sort of road. Here we have the animal dealer. Pigs, sheep, cows, horses. Aside from that, well, it's trees for not quite as far as the eye can see. And basically over 28,000 trees on the map. So again, if you want to do crops, after you clear some areas, you're going to need to be putting placeables down, placeable sell points. There are no sell points included on the map for crops. You do want to plant crops. There are all of the basic standard Farm Sim 19 crops. This map does have a seasons mask. So, well, what does that mean for this type of forestry map? Well, it just means that you're not going to have probably snow under the canopy of the fuel station. That's it. I mean, maybe it means you won't have snow in the water also. But, I mean, other than that, there isn't much to be masking off on this map. You guys sound off in the comments. What do you think of Dark Forest? Are you into forestry maps? Is this something you would be interested into trying out? And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.